Welcome aboard Building Say Go, friends. It's nice to see you back again. Now that the weather's turned colder, in fact, it was minus 4 degrees when I came into the shed here this morning, and it's November 25th. Christmas is only a month away. As you've seen, we've shifted our focus from painting and fairing and all that other crap into some woodworking projects. And you saw the solar panel standoffs I made. It was a quick little dirty job. And now we're moving into something a little more sophisticated. This time we're building a mast out of mahogany, Sapele mahogany, and white oak for our boat. If you're new to our channel, my name is Rick, and with my wonderful wife Lori, we're building a retirement dream boat, a 31.5-foot diesel trawler right here in our backyard. So, without any further fanfare, let's get these projects done out of the way so we can get this boat on the water. Let's get to it.
This is a warning. If you're my friend Peter Knowles, you better look away. This is the chunk of Sapele mahogany that I told you about, and I've decided I'm going to try and make something with it, so you've been warned. Again, I'm pushing my little home gamer woodworking tools to the limit here. This chunk of mahogany is about 4.5 by 4.5 inches, and the blade doesn't go all the way through, so I'm going to have to make the first cut, flip it over, and cut it again. You can hear the little saw struggling to get through this chunk of mahogany, and it's doing okay, and luckily this time we didn't pop the breaker. So now that the 3 pieces of mahogany have been sawn, it's time to run them through the joiner and remove the rough saw marks from each side. This Sapele mahogany is absolutely gorgeous, and I can see why Peter is enamored with it on his wooden boats. I'll put a link to Peter's YouTube channel in the description below. You should check it out. He's quite a character. About a year or so ago, I built myself a prototype mast out of plywood, and I've torn that apart and I've used it as a template to build a new one. But I thought I might make it a little bit bigger, but in the end I didn't. So that's what it looked like, and you'll see at the end of this video what the one made out of mahogany looks like. Here I have to resaw the mahogany planks that I cut earlier to get them down near their final dimension, which is about 3/4 of an inch. And again, I have to cut them twice because the blade won't go all the way through, but that's not a big deal. And again, we're going to have to run them through the surface planer, but that's all been calculated ahead. Yeah, it's in my head. I ended up with four pieces. They're about 4 feet long, and they're a little too narrow to fit the whole template for the mast on it. So I'm going to glue up two panels, and I'll cut the masts out of the wider planks. I'm using a Gorilla Glue, wood glue. It's an exterior grade and waterproof. My tight bond had all gone hard, I guess. It's not supposed to freeze. So this is what I could acquire locally. So sometimes you just got to use what you got. These parallel clamps are ancient. I've had them for probably over 30 years. I don't even remember where I got them, and they're pretty crappy, but again, they'll get the job done. I've traced out the mast parts from the original prototype, and I tried to cut them on my bandsaw, but the fine blade was a little hard to control, so I've returned to the old reliable jigsaw to cut the pieces out. I guess I forgot to hit record when I glued all the pieces together, but here you can see the layout. It's the outer layers of Sapele mahogany, and the inside layer are just splines, and they're made out of white oak. I think the whole process to sand the mast fair this way took about 20-25 minutes. Here I'm just adding a little round over to each of the square edges because they're pretty sharp, and there will be a little bit of detail involved, and the trim router makes pretty short work of that. One of the features we wanted in our mast was the ability to fold it down. We live on the St. Lawrence Seaway, and there's a dam, and the dam gates are usually open. And if you're below a certain height, you can bypass the locks and just drive under the dam. I forgot to record the assembly of the mast and the mast step, or the tabernacle, whatever you want to call it. So I went back and refilmed it. And the tabernacle is pretty simple. It's the 3/4 inch Sapele mahogany, 4 pieces, glued, screwed, sanded, and this will get finished. So that's it for this week's project, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. It was something a little different. I know I enjoyed it. And there will be a bit more on the Mast project in the future. So from Lori and I, we hope you're all well, happy, and safe. Cheers.